In part one of the Revelation series, we journeyed with John to the island of Patmos, where heaven opened, and the voice like a trumpet called him into a vision unlike anything seen before. We witnessed the Son of Man, his eyes like flames of fire, his voice like mighty waters, holding the 7 stars in his right hand. We saw the 7 golden lampstands, the Alpha and the Omega, and the beginning of the messages to the 7 churches. Prophecy unfolded, mystery deepened, and the revelation began. And now, part 2 continues the vision. Before the seals, before the horsemen, before the judgments, Jesus speaks directly to his churches. 7 messages, 7 warnings, 7 promises, messages that echo across centuries and still speak today. Jesus says, write what you see and send it to the 7 churches: Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, Laodicea. These were real places, real communities, real believers. Each church faced unique challenges, some strong, some broken, some asleep, some faithful. And through them, Jesus shows what strengthens or weakens the faith of his people. To Ephesus, Jesus says, I know your works, your perseverance, and how you cannot tolerate evil. This church was strong in doctrine and discipline. They rejected false teachers. They endured pressure and hardship. But something vital had faded: their fire, their love, their passion for Jesus himself. Jesus tells them, you have abandoned the love you had at first. Remember, may you return and do the works you did at first. Ephesus teaches us, you can be correct, you can be disciplined, you can stand against lies and still lose your heart. To Smyrna, Jesus says, I know your suffering and your poverty, but you are rich. This was the persecuted church. They had nothing in the world's eyes, but in God's eyes, they were overflowing with treasure. Jesus warns them that deeper trials are coming, but he also gives one of the greatest promises: be faithful until the end, and I will give you the crown of life. Smyrna reminds us, faith is not measured by comfort. Sometimes the strongest believers suffers the most. Be faithful. To Pergamum, Jesus says, you live where Satan's throne is, yet you remain true to my name. Pergamum lived in an environment filled with pressure, idols, and spiritual confusion. And yet, many remained loyal, but some were being pulled away by false teachings. Jesus warns them, hold firmly to my truth. Pergamum teaches us, it is possible to live in a dark place and still shine, but we must guard our minds and hearts. To Thyatira, Jesus says, I know your love, your faith, your service, and your perseverance. Your latter works exceed the first. This was a church that truly cared. They were growing, improving, serving, loving, but they allowed certain influences to pull people away from God's path. Jesus tells them, hold fast to what you have until I come. Thyatira reminds us, strength and love must be matched with strength and truth. To Sardis, Jesus says, you have a reputation for being alive, but you are dead. Wake up. Sardis looked successful, it looked active, it looked strong, but beneath the surface, the fire had gone out. Jesus calls them to strengthen what remains, to return to watchfulness and revive their faith. Sardis teaches us, God sees deeper than reputation. He looks at the heart, not the performance. To Philadelphia, Jesus says, you have little strength, but you kept my word and did not deny my name. This was the church that remained humble yet powerful in faith. Jesus tells them, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Philadelphia teaches us, you don't need to be strong in the eyes of the world. You just need to hold on to God, and he will open doors that no enemy can close. To Laodicea, Jesus gives one of the strongest messages. You are neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm. This church thought it was rich. They thought they had everything, but spiritually they were empty and blind. Jesus says, "Buy from me true gold, open your eyes, and return to me." Then he gives one of the most beautiful invitations in the entire Bible. "I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and be with them." Laodicea teaches us, God desires hearts that are genuine, not halfway. To every church, and to every believer, Jesus ends with a promise. To the one who overcomes. Eternal life. A new name written by God. A place in His kingdom. Spiritual authority. A white stone of victory. A robe of righteousness. And the right to eat from the tree of life. These messages were not just for ancient cities. They are for us, for today, for every generation. Before the throne room opens, before the seals break, before the horsemen ride, Jesus speaks to His people, calling them to return, stay faithful, and overcome. This was part 2 of the book of Revelation. In part 3, the final part, John is taken into the throne room of God, the Lamb appears, and the seals begin to break. The vision rises to its highest point. Stay tuned. This was today's chapter in the Revelation series. If this message spoke to you, make sure you subscribe, because the next vision is even deeper. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.